Well, welcome everybody to week 5 of our February online program on how to learn to live comfortably in the gray areas of life. And yeah, I know it's March, but I wrote this in 5 sections. And I know February only has 28 days, but whatever. We'll make Marches short. Okay, this week. This is a technique that's really fundamental to learning to live in the gray areas of life. And it's basically all about attitude. I remember in some group room I was in once, there's this big sign saying, attitude is everything. Well, I'm not sure about that, but attitude is certainly a very powerful tool that you can develop to help you in your life. And particularly for our topic, learning to live in the gray area of life. So let me give you an example of this. And and this is an example actually that we've talked about before in the online program, but it's such a good one, and a lot of research is being done on it. In fact, I was just on the phone to Dr. Ken Hart, a big researcher out of Ontario, and he's done several studies that have shown this. And it's the idea of what is the attitude you take towards hitting bottom. So you all remember probably the reason you got into recovery was because you hit bottom, as the generally a 12-step saying, right? Basically, what it means is you've been backed into a corner and something's got to change, right? Life is just miserable. Not even the drugs seem to be helping out all that much, okay? So you hit this emotional bottom, and for some people, physical. So you hit this emotional bottom, and then you get into recovery, and then people like me ask you, well, what do you think about hitting bottom? And a lot of people say, oh, geez, I don't even think about it. Oh, man, I remember all the guilt and the anger and the misery and the depression, and just a horrible part of my time. And yet Dr. Hart's research, and a lot of other people's, is beginning to show that maybe hitting bottom was a good thing, in the sense that hitting bottom can be a sign that however you're living your life is not working out, right? It's run its course, and it's just not responsive to reality anymore. And it's time for you to start on a new chapter in your life, right? And that's what attitude can do for you. You can take this horrible situation and turn it into something that will help you and make you stronger. And this is true of life. What is it, that saying, all dark clouds have a silver lining? That's all attitude, right? So I can take this horrible thing and turn it into something that will give me strength and make me a better person, okay? Well, I'm not sure better person, but a stronger person, okay? So for example, if you're feeling guilty, this could be a sign that whatever you're doing is probably not matching your belief system and your values, right? So it can be a very useful thing. If you are an addict and you're angry at the addiction, then this might be a sign that something is going on in your life, that this addiction is taken away from things, right? And you better learn that. What it's taken away, what you're missing out of life, right? Or maybe, and research has backed this one up, as weird as this may sound to you, an awful lot of people who have, for example, been diagnosed HIV positive. We hear about the ones in the newspaper who really suffer because of it, but one of the things that we don't hear about in the newspaper very often, but which has been pointed out in research consistently, is a lot of people say, oh my God, I better get on with the business of living, right? And by the way, that's hitting bottom too. A lot of addicts actually recognize, oh my God, what have I been doing with my life? I better start living because I've missed so much of it. So it's this idea that every bad thing you can use to your benefit, right? And this is all attitude. And the most famous coping skill that I'm aware of for people in active addiction is the F it attitude, right? F it, yeah, it doesn't matter, right? That allows you to keep using, because what you're saying is my life does not matter. But a much better coping skill is to take this positive attitude. And the positive attitude is, damn it, I want a better life. And to follow that. And to use everything, whatever's going on, to help you get that better life. So this idea of attitude really is pretty fundamental to recovery. At any rate, that's it for the February program. And yeah, I know it's March already. But we'll see you in a week with a new topic. And see you then.